r/askreddit, what's the best night drive song ever? Knew this was gonna be top comment before clicking on comments, lol. Honestly, I prefer Pacific Coast Highway by Kavinsky. Puts you right in the mood. Real human being. I always think I am smart and have great ideas, but I am nothing. The song appeared in my head within a second, but OFC, a lot of people had the same idea. I'm giving you a night call to tell you how I feel. 89 Batman theme. That is so awesome. Like how my friend convinced me to listen to the Blade Runner soundtrack on rainy nights after I moved into my first high-rise apartment with a view of the city. The cars drive. Moving in stereo could also work. Came here to say this. Just listened to it yesterday. It never gets old. Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. This is the one that played in my head when I read the question. A real hero, college and electric youth. And a real human being. Also on the Drive soundtrack, right? Us and Them by Pink Floyd. I was driving back to college from home one night on a nearly deserted interstate with the moon shining bright, and it was an almost ethereal experience with this song on blast. I was gonna say Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I experienced a magical summer evening listening to Wish You Were Here all the way through while driving with the top open. If you started with Us and Them, you should continue with any color you like, Brain Damage and Eclipse. Also, Sorrow, and from Division Bell, Marooned, Keep Talking and Amp, High Hopes. Passenger, Deftones. Maynard blew this one away. I'm glad Chino had him sing it. A lot of the slower Deftones songs are perfect for a night drive. Midnight City by M83. Does Digital Bath qualify? Was looking for Deftones in the comments. Always my go-to. Be Quiet and Drive. Night Swimming, R.E.M. My favorite song by Ram. I think this is my favorite song of all time, but to me it's more for sitting staring into a fire. Night Moves, Bob Seger. And GT, I woke last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sat and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Funny how the night moves, when you just don't seem to have as much to lose. Strange how the night moves. With autumn closing in. May not be verbatim, it's from memory, but one of my favorite songs of all time. Last thing I want to hear before I die. Hollywood Nights. I'll counter with Turn the Page. That feel when the sax drops. It'll go against the wind. Seeger. West End Girls, Pet Shop Boys. I'd argue Suburbia is an even better night driving song by them. It's always a good time when this song comes on GTA 5. Mazzy Star. Fade Into You. Days of Thunder, Link. Honestly, you could pick basically any song by The Midnight and it would be great night driving music. Great choice. The Midnight is basically perfect for night driving. I'd give my vote to Vampires for a pure night drive song. Los Angeles would be a great pick, too. Ocean Drive by Duke Dumont. Baker Street by Gary Rafferty. Waiting in the Car. Waiting for the Ride in the Dark, and LT, 3. Abso-fucking-lutely. Everyone recognizes and lauds the sax, which is brilliant, but that guitar solo is goosebump praising as well. I was going to suggest Right Down the Line too. In the Air Tonight. Phil Collins. With the Miami Vice night driving scene playing on the TV. Should not have needed to scroll this far. Podam 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 papadum. Under the Milky Way, The Church. Pink Moon by Nick Drake. Great song for a night drive, Volkswagen thought so too. Link. Paranoid Android is a great, creepy night drive song. It was instantly a classic. My favorites are I Want You, She's So Heavy, The Beatles. Radar Love Golden Earring. Pigs Pink Floyd, almost any Pink Floyd album works. Edit, play the entire album, Wish You Were Here by Floyd. Also the album Thick as a Brick by Jethro Tull. Was scrolling till I saw Radar Love, I can stop now, thank you. Bronski Beat, Small Town Boy. Dude, this thread reads like an awesome playlist. Link. I work nights and have a long drive Thursday, so I did the dirty. Here you go, Carrot. Sorry y'all. I tried to keep up, but there's a lot, so I did the best I could. Can someone do it for the lazy? Riders on the Storm, The Doors. Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum. I drove all night, Roy Orbison. Ride It, Regard. Honestly, all the Doors songs feel like nighttime driving music, but definitely Riders on the Storm. It's Boys of Summer Don Henley. The video is all driving around at night, and you can feel the loneliness of an unrequited love. Not totally unrequited. It's just run its course. It's innocence lost and nostalgia more than unrequited love. It was fully requited those nights when she made him crazy and he made her scream. Or the time she had her brown skin shining in the sun with her top down and the radio on. You can't return to innocence and relieve your first love. That's what this one's about. From that same album, Outro is the greatest snowboarding song ever. Standing at the top of a run on a beautiful day is surreal. Deacon Blues, Steely Dan. Eminence Front, The Who. Sweetest Taboo by Sada. The entire album by the Postal Service. One Headlight by the Wallflowers. I Wear My Sunglasses at Night, Corey Hart. 1979, Smashing Pumpkins. This song gets me right in the feels every single time. Fast Car, Tracy Chapman. This is the one I was looking for. I only listen to it while night driving. And it makes me bawl and weep every time. It's just such a heart-wrenching story. Came here to say this. Excellent taste, ma'am. Halo, Deepak Mode. I've got a few. And amp, hashtag X200B. Everybody wants to rule the world. Time in a Bottle, Jim Croce. Ventura Highway. Motion Sickness, Vestron Vulture. After Dark, Mr. Kitty. School Rooftop, Slowed Down. After Dark by Mr. Kitty is hauntingly beautiful. Ghost Town by The Specials. Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi. Do Your Thing But Don't Drive Drunk. That guitar solo by Ratatat though. I'ma Do Just What I Want. Radar Love. I got pulled over for speeding listening to that song. The cop asked me why I was driving so fast. I blamed it on the song. He laughed and let me go. Kavinsky, Night Call. Tear You Apart, She Wants Revenge. Steppin' Out, Joe Jackson, Link.